Today's theme is being green with envy. Stay tuned as we discuss dealing with jealousy and envy in your walk. All right, welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Sundays. As we wrap the year up, I have so many things planned for next year. I'm so excited. Just thank you guys so much for your support. I just think of every person who views, I think total right now with the views for Spiritual Sundays has been like 100. I was like, that means 100 people have heard the message, have heard what I've been told to do. I'm just being obedient. Like the stubborn daughter I am, but I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I definitely want some suggestions of what you want to talk about, what I've been through. I have so many stories. I don't know where to start at, but I'm going to start with jealousy and envy. We're going to talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So this story is that, the basic story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a little shiny nose. Wherever they follow, it glows. I don't know how it goes, but basically he was ostracized. So this is what I'm going to go in on. This first piece is just the treatment. So first things first, we're going to be talking about when it comes to jealousy and envy is just instant kickback. So the first thing that I always realized with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is that it took days, it took weeks for the other reindeer, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Okay, it took weeks for his treatment to stop, his treatment. So my issue too that I have is that I'm quick to say, but God, don't you see them? Don't you Yeshua? Don't you see them doing? Don't you see them doing? It took till Christmas Day. So if you know the story of Rudolph, basically it was a winter snow and it was just deep in winter. And basically what ended up happening was that they couldn't see. So Santa Claus was like, hey, Rudolph, let's guide us with your shiny nose so we can see. So he ended up being the hero, but he received such torment. And one of the things in my jealousy journey is just that I get instant kickback. So I consider myself one of the few chosen, whether or not you want to describe it or not. I don't care if you disagree with me, because my karma is instant. Good karma is instant, bad karma is instant. And I know karma is more of the Hindu religion, but to me, I feel like I just get instant energy back. Let's use that word instead. I get instant energy back because I've seen people mistreat people for years. Now, mind you, I can't interfere, but I've seen the mistreatment for years. Nothing happens to them. I think maybe we don't see it. Maybe you don't see it, but I think the biggest part was I was just like, why did Santa Claus, it's kind of like how we can use those parallel stories. Why do you see these other reindeer? You see these other reindeer mistreating Rudolph, knowing that knowing that in the future you're going to need his help. Why don't you intervene? And I really feel like that situation happens to me a lot, where people have mistreated me, called me all types of names that are not my government issued name, treated me incorrectly. Sometimes in the workplace have definitely showed a lot of aggression, prejudice in the workplace. And I'm just like, where are you at? Is the signal on the fritz today? How come you don't see this? And from what I've seen, he always evens things out. Okay. So what I mean by that is sometimes we have to, especially with jealousy, my own jealousy is that I feel like people don't get punished as quickly as I do. I get an instant punishment. But I started seeing that as I matured in the word, and also matured in the word, and also matured in my walk as well. It's just seeing it as dang, he loved you that much. He's going to make sure that you don't stray too far, because some other people, you eventually you have to answer for everything you said and everything you did. But what I've seen is just that he's like, I don't want you to drive off the road. I want it to be because to me, I think of it, I'm driving a car, I drive like this, God's I said, hold it straight. 10 and 2. Everybody else can be driving on the road like this, but me, he's like, I said, hold it straight. But however, I always get to my destination, usually first or all in one piece. So it's just, just being able to just have that mindset to change it, because I always thought, I was like, dang, like all these D-lifers and all these people just getting away with it. You don't see that, you know? So the second part of the jealousy, envy, social media. I've said this before and I just wanted to go into more detail today. Social media, they did the big one with that one. Social media did their big one with that one. They did their big one. I feel like, I don't even think there would be the level of mental disorder. Like, I was like, I might have to actually start using my psychology degree. Like, the mental disorder, they'll probably have a study that comes out. I'll have a study that comes out in probably like the year 2040 or even the year 2030 that shows like the long-term effects of being on social media, just comparison wise. And you have to understand that you're only seeing 10%. You're only seeing 10% of the iceberg of this person's life. Like, for example, so I've always babysat children before, you know, left and right. I've always babysat children, but I've never had as much experience as when my niece was born. So my niece was born in 2017 and took care of her. And I was like, now I see why you guys post pictures of your babies, because you want to lie to us. I babysat her when she was 6 months. I only got 3 hours of sleep that first weekend. I was so, because she wakes up every 59 minutes. I know I timed it. I was so tired. My bones were tired. My bones were tired. I don't know. Like, that's the one thing I can say. Like, when parents be like, you think you're tired? I have kids. They ate that. Okay. They're underselling it. However tired you think you'll be with having kids, they're underselling it. Like, my bones were tired. It got to the point where if I could go to sleep for 30 minutes, my body would overdose. Like, it would literally, I can't say that, OD on the sleep. Like, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to set a time for 30 minutes. I slept for 6 hours. Like, not while she was here, after she left. Because I was like, I'm going to do 30 minutes. I'm going to clean the house. I dropped her off. I slept for 6 hours, and the next day I slept for 14. My body was so deprived of sleep. And to think that those photos that people post on Facebook and Instagram and all these smiling pictures of the baby, and they're only telling you 10% of the picture. That's why when it comes to envy, you have to be careful for what you ask for, because social media is a construct, and it's set up to make us rush our timelines. It's set up to make us enter into seasons. It's set up to make us enter in seasons that we're not even ready for. Like, I'm so glad that was like 8 years ago. I'm so glad I didn't have a kid at that age, because I don't know how I would have did it. Like, God knows exactly what season you're supposed to be in. And don't fact check him either. Oh, don't you see this is lined up? He sees it. He sees how old you're getting. He sees how old you're getting. He sees the car you need. He hears you. It's either no or not yet. And I'm glad he said no. I'm really glad he said no, because I wouldn't be filming you right now. If I had a kid, probably be at my parents' house, in my childhood bedroom. Okay. Psychologically mad because one thing about parents is that they'll take you in, but they'll make you pay mentally. They'll make you earn every piece of that rent. But I don't know. Sometimes social media just doesn't show anything. Like, I know like at 30, almost 35, I know several people divorced, and I remember their paragraphs and paragraphs of stuff on social media saying, the love of my life, my world. Meanwhile, they're on my shoulder crying about this person did this today. This person, oh, at least he only cheated with 3 people this week. You know, like, you don't know what's going on. That's why when it comes to social media, like, take social media with a grain of salt. Do not come on social media thinking that these people are showing you a realistic view of anything. So when you feel like you're behind, I have that's an episode coming up forward too. But like, when you feel like you're behind and you just cannot get where everybody else is at, just know there's something they're behind on. I have yet to meet one person walking this earth that they have everything together. I'm looking for this person. We did have that person, and look what we did with them. Okay. I have yet to see a person walking this earth that has everything going for them, that has everything together. Everything's on point. They don't have to worry about anything. Like, everything's perfect. I have yet to meet this person. And I need for y'all to know that you're not that person. I don't care how much you say, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. I promise you there's somebody out there who probably has more, but they're still less than him. Than one. He's him. Okay. So I don't know. I just, with social media, I do screen time like a little baby, like a little child. I give myself screen time, and then that's it for the day. Okay. So going on to the next one, open up the Bible verse, Proverbs 27, verse 4. Wrath is cruel and anger is overwhelming, but jealousy, and then it leads off. So this is pretty much, jealousy is what led Cain to take out his brother Abel. I need for you to I treat jealousy very, and I have this on my regular countdown for like the end of the year, but I treat I treat jealousy like the disease it is. You need to attack it. The moment you feel that you feel it right here. Because to me, when I feel a pang of jealousy, it's either I feel it right here on my chest or I feel it in my ears. As soon as I feel it building up, I be like, God, disparage this. God, I repent. 1 John 1 verse 9, and I take that away from me. I immediately do it. It's an immediate, I have to get rid of this feeling of jealousy before it sprouts. Like, I've seen so many times, like, it's so terrifying, the fact that I can sense it now. I don't know if that's my gift, is that I can smell if somebody's jealous of another person, if they're jealous of me, or if they're jealous of their child. I can smell it. It's a smell. It's a scent. It's a scent. It's a look. And I don't know if I'm just here to just be the whistleblower for that, but I can always tell, because someone's like, oh my goodness, Claire, this girl, we were friends for years. You told me 4 years ago. It'd be time passes. You told me 4 years ago she was jealous of me. Today she did A, B, and C. Okay, like I've seen this spirit so many times. Like, it's at the point where this spirit, like, they hate to see me coming. The spirit hate to see me coming, because like, I know who you are. I know who you are. When you have family members who are jealous of you, it's very easy to spot the spirit. Goodness, the spirit's old too. But it's just, you need to treat it like it is, like just like the Shanquella Robinson story. I definitely, like, that's, to me, will forever my chest, like my heart, like, I have a video about friendship coming up too before 2026, but like, I'm just thankful that I have the discernment that I have for when I sense somebody with it, and I remove myself immediately. I remove myself, or I distance myself the moment once I feel that jealousy on you, because the thing about God is that when he has favor on your life, he's going to keep blessing you. Like, he's just going to keep doing it. And there was a time where I truly felt like, and I'm living in one of his blessings now, but like, there are some times where I feel like God be like, oh, you was the one who counted her out? Pull up a chair, buckle up. Like, I promise you, I feel like sometimes he purposely makes sure I'm shining in front of people who do not support me, who do not like to see me go. I promise you, he does it on purpose, because I'm just like, I be trying to be like this, and he'd be like, oh, no, come on down. You were the person who was counting my daughter out. Hey, I'm going to bless her again just for that. And another blessing, and another one, back to back. Blessings you couldn't even dream of. Just keeps doing it. And that's why I said it's very important to protect your circle, very important to protect yourself, and just be very cognizant, and we'll talk about that in the end of it. Just be very cognizant of what you share, because you don't know what will set this spirit off. Sometimes the spirit of jealousy, sometimes it'll be little comments like, oh, or it'll be like, they can't imagine, like, why did you get that? They don't care. These are people who have more than you. That's how you can always tell a spirit of jealousy, is when someone who has way more than you is pressed about what you have going on. That has got to be the worst. And then another thing too, just to wrap this section up, is just that you have to forgive. I just heard this from a podcast. You have to forgive the person and rebuke the sin. And that was really hard for me to do, because I'm like, you know what? I'm quick to be like, and another thing, but it's not them. Like, we only, Ephesians 6, we only fight against principalities. Okay. We're not fighting against people. We're fighting against spirits and principalities. That's why you'll see somebody that'll be jealous one day and be your best friend the next day, because the job It's done. The job is done. They did their homework. Now they have something to go back and say, hey, this person who's supposed to be a person of God was not coming with a meek heart, did not have long suffering. So just being able to be cognizant of that, please, 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 like attack, recognize, attack, and step back. All right. So number C is the importance. The reason why I feel like, and I'll go into the Bible verse real quick, James 3:16. Anywhere jealousy and function are, there is confusion, and God does not do confusion. So the reason why this part that I'm about to tell you, and I need you to listen. I don't care if you don't listen to this whole video. I need you to listen very quietly. So I want you to imagine we're at a restaurant, right? We're at a restaurant and everybody keeps getting their meals. Okay. Everybody keeps getting their meals. And you notice that everybody else keeps getting their meals, and there's like grilled cheese. Some people got like a clam chowder soup or whatever, but you ordered a steak, lobster, and wine. Now, the thing about this issue is just that you smell everybody else's food. So you're just like, maybe I ordered too much. Maybe I'm asking for too much. So what ends up happening is just that these people who are, who ate their grilled cheese, they're already full. So they start coming to your table to start messing with you. They start trying to get you to doubt God, try to get you to doubt the meal he has for you, and starts poking and prodding. And the thing about it is just that this tests two things. Number one, are you confident in what you ask God for? All right, because we have a tendency to be like, God, I want A, B, and C, but what's the tracking number? Like we have a tendency to do that. I know I'm number one on that. Like I'm his most impatient daughter. I'd be like, hey, I said that. I said. But number two as well, it also tests to see, will you defend him in the meantime? Will you defend him? So if they're just like, oh, well, Chef God is not going to get you your meal on time. Aren't you going to be hungry? Aren't you going to be hungry? Where are you going to eat? And you nicely tell them, in his timing, God takes note of that. He takes note of that, because I'm notorious for telling people that, especially with people who are very adamant about where I am at, with relationship, baby wise, like how far behind I am at 34. I'm an old maid, right? And it's very important to remind people. And the only thing about waiting at your restaurant, waiting for your food, is just that you'll see that a good majority of people do not wait for him. They go back there and try to make their own meal, or they go back there to try to make their own meal, or they go back there to try to ransom or threaten God, or like try to threaten him. You telling me, they try to threaten the chef. But the thing about the chef is just that you have to let the chef cook. You young kids like saying that, let him cook. You guys do not let God cook at all. You don't. Like, it's more of like, all right, you got the ingredients, I'll finish it, and then the food never turn right. The food never turns correctly because of the fact that you are not the chef. You are the consumer. So sit down. And this is another reason too why, like, I know it was never, one of the commandments is thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's things, right? But I truly feel like jealousy has got to be up there. It's got to surpass other sins, because essentially when you're jealous, just so you can never be jealous again, when you're jealous, it's okay because we're all human. Like I said, as soon as you hear the thought, disparage it. When you're jealous, you're telling God the meal he has for you is trash. You're telling him that he's not a man of his word. You're telling him as well that you don't trust him. Like, that is one thing I can say. Anything I've gotten, like the 1 million views on YouTube, I'm a small time creator, that's unheard of. Car, house, like all these, like great job, great chill job, like all these things is from trust. It's never been like, okay, God, it's always been from trust. It's always been from trust. Like, I feel like that's the one thing I do is I'm in my soft girl era for real. Soft girl era in spiritual world, soft girl era in real life, to where like I'm not worried about it. I'm moving on. Like I do what I can do. I make sure I do my piece. And my piece is usually 10%. Everything else is him. The biggest portion of it is being able to trust. But I definitely feel like if you do, like if you're jealous, you're basically telling God he's not a good father and he never took care of you. All right. Final point is I truly feel like people who are have the spirit of jealousy and envy, they just vibrate lower. I've never met somebody who was truly happy, truly had joy in their heart, emote that energy. That's why when I look, like it's crazy because I don't know if God places me around these people, but he always places me around meaty heads. I don't know why he does that, because I was like, I don't want to be around these meaty heads, okay? But I feel like now that I look back, now I'm older in the word, I feel like he places me there because I have a tendency to, I'm not trying to toot my horn, it's all him, but I have a tendency that people can't stay mad around me. I realized that was my gift because we'll have an issue at work and I get on the phone call, whole energy change. The whole energy change. And you can't be like, oh, it's because you good looking. They don't see my face sometimes. So it's just like, I feel like the whole energy changes. Like, I feel like whatever anger or whatever, it disappears. I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't know how I'm doing it. It's gotta be God, but like, I must have the spirit or the heart of peace or something, because the moment I arrive, like even in my family, like as someone who's the fourth born out of five, like there will be some conflict going on and all I do is sit there, it's gone. It's gone. It's like, I don't know if people feel like they gotta behave around me. I don't know what it is. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. Somebody in the comments can tell me what that means. But at work, there'll be I'm talking like a big out conflict. They about to talk to the CFO. You guys know I work in accounting and finance. They're about to talk to the CFO. I'm just like, so what happened? What took place? The whole situation, it disappears. It disappears. Like it literally dissipates. Like it's really scary how it happens. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm gonna give it to the Lord on that. But it's an insane gift, and that's why with the spirit of jealousy, they hate me big time, because I have a tendency to, whatever conflict is happening, it's gone. I will just like I make conflict disappear. I don't even know how to describe it, but there's just something about that spirit that just vibrates lower. Like the jealousy spirit, like I truly do not believe that you may not pay today, you may not pay tomorrow, but I truly do not believe that when you have that spirit, that heavy spirit of jealousy, like I do not believe that the blessings are going to come as easy. I feel like you're vibrating lower now. Mind you, when that one thing when it said, oh, this thing is low vibrational, I was like, now I do believe in vibrations. I can't say that energy vibrations, because I feel like once I started thinking, I won't say thinking more positive, okay, because I don't do that manifestation, but like once I started thinking more positive, I'm like, okay, well, I am gonna get this house, I am gonna get this car, I am gonna get this. I mean, like once I started thinking like there's no way it's not gonna happen, once you start thinking like that, it's going to happen. And not from manifestation, I don't believe in that. I mean, words, the power of the tongue is in your mouth, but I do feel like when you think about people who are negative and jealousy, like I do feel like you vibrate lower. Like there's certain music, like before like I said, I told you guys I cleaned my whole, like I don't listen. I was like, I don't on a regular now, as it's only, I was like, I cleared my whole thing, Afrobeats. I'm trying to get into Christian Afrobeats. I have to find some, but Afrobeats, and I'm listening from my 2000s gospel music, okay? The vibes was there. J Moss, 2103, Trinity, please listen to them. But I changed my whole, like I feel like I'm vibrating higher, because like whenever you go listen to like a very thugged out song or blah blah, like I feel like my whole disposition, it goes lower. I feel like my whole disposition goes lower. I feel like I'm not as happy. Like I feel like I'm more aggressive. I want to go fight now. So I just really felt it on my heart to do this video. I feel so good that we did it together, but me personally, whatever, before you leave this video, please ask for God. Like I said, I call it one of my favorite verses is 9:11. So basically, First John 1, chapter 1, verse 9. Basically, if you confess all your sins, they will be forgiven through God. Like, please have that 911 on, have that on speed dial as soon as you feel it. You do not want to be taken over by the Spirit. But don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here.